So I know that intro wasn't one of the better ones. I wanted to include it because I feel like it gives the video some flavor, but also wanted to include this because I know it could have been a bit better. I didn't have that much time, I have a test, whatever. Either way, with that aside, we are back with some more Fallout 4 mods weekly. Not going to bore you with the boring stuff, we'll just jump right into it. Starting things off, we have the IEX Suit, or more technically, the Cross-Institute Expeditionary Suit. What this is meant to be is a new lore-friendly mod by Nero. This guy has been pumping out mods. I kind of picture him to be like this at this point, based on the level of quality he's producing as well as how fast he's giving us new mods. But either way, what this is meant to be is a suit that the Institute wore before they had since, when they were trying to go out into the dangerous and scary Commonwealth, the post-apocalypse. Was there, and you needed a suit that was hopefully appropriate for dealing with that, hence the IEX suit. It's pretty cool. It has all the customizability that you expect from Nero's suit. It has a headlamp built into the helmet, like many of his other mods, and all around there is just a pretty high level of quality here. Outside of just the color customization options, as you probably saw somewhat in the background, you could do a few things with the suit itself, have no jacket, have an open jacket, have like your overalls down, etc, etc. There's a few different options there. They weren't as dramatic or game-changing unless you outright took the jacket off as the color customization options, but they're nice to have, and all around the suit's pretty cool. One thing I really love about it though is its implementation into Fallout 4. I'm not going to tell you how you get it because some people don't like to know that, they just want to stumble upon it naturally, although I feel like it's fairly self-explanatory. One thing I will spoil for you is it actually changes the intro bit of Fallout 4. When Kellogg and pals actually jump into the vault and are trying to steal your kid away from you, or really from your wife, they are wearing these suits. That little detail there is so cool, and I feel like it's going to get a bunch of other people that wouldn't necessarily download this mod to download it because it really does have a lore-friendly nature. And not just in theory like a lot of other mods, but this time actually in practice. Again, I don't know what Nero's taking or what he's on, but the level of quality he's been bringing to the table with these ones are pretty top-notch, and I'm excited to see what he's going to be working on next. So next we have the port of the week, and that's going to be ELFX. This is going to overhaul the lighting and FX in Fallout 4, and it just made its way over to Xbox One and PS4. It's a little bit gimped compared to the PC version, but either way it's pretty cool, and I take these ports as a way to shill myself and my things. So first and foremost, I actually have a store. I sell a bunch of different things on there, cool designs, maybe designs you don't love, but either way, everything on there for the rest of today is going to be 20% off. This is going to be going on until midnight tonight, and this is actually the biggest sale we've done ever. That's exciting, but how do you actually get the discount? Well, you just have to use the code MODSWEEKLY. I know, super intuitive. I wonder where I got that idea. Otherwise, if you guys want to leave a like or a comment on this video, it helps boost its rating on YouTube, get it sent to more sub boxes, etc, etc, etc. Alright, so for the final mod in today's video, we actually have to correct a disservice. If you go on Nexus Mods right now, you're going to notice something that is very wrong. The LAER, the mod I'm covering right now, is actually third on the hot mods or trending section. The IEX is first, and this totally disgusting thing that I shouldn't even show in a video is second. Using the power of my audience, I'm going to encourage you all to look at the LAER after, of course, I showcase it to you and maybe give it an endorsement so we can get it to that number 1 or 2 spot. Either way, the LAER, or Laser Assisted Electrical Rifle, that's kind of a tongue twister, is going to bring the iconic piece of equipment from Fallout New Vegas's Honest Hearts DLC into Fallout 4. This thing is beautiful. I mean, just the visual aspects of it right off the bat, but also just take a look and listen at the sounds and animations. The animations are done by Haru, and I honestly going to say I think this might be some of the nicest animations we've gotten for anything in Fallout 4 up until this point. We definitely waited for them. The first image of this one came out many months ago. But I definitely think the wait was worth it, and these are honestly a work of art. Even beyond that, the weapon itself has a bunch of different paint jobs. They have the magazine mechanics, so you have to find the magazine, then you unlock that paint job, as well as I believe there's some unique variants hidden around. No JuiceHead one, but maybe the next iteration of the mod will have that. And honestly, this is another one where I think the video speaks for itself. It looks cool, it's an awesome weapon, it's an energy weapon, so if you're into that kind of thing. But wait, there's more, actually a lot more, and I feel like that's one of the amazing parts about this mod, and really what takes this from a cool mod to a really cool mod. So in addition to actually just getting the base gun, you're also going to have laser turret support in your settlements. So now you're going to be able to place down little LAERs as turrets like all the other turrets you do have. It's super minor and probably was just an afterthought after the rest of the mod was completed, but it's awesome and I love that detail. And turrets are cool, but they can't really move around, and Fallout 4 involves a lot of traveling. Well, you also can actually apply it to your robot creations in the robot crafting bench. So now you don't even have to be using the LAER. You could actually just assign it to your companion and have him take down enemies with it. There's also other things like visible holster weapon support, as well as the energy scope overlay. Those are cool, but don't really tickle my fancy. The one that does though is knockout support. So knockout framework is something that's been getting increasingly popular. One of Nero's previous mods actually supported it, but now the LAER also is going to support it with a little patch, and it's pretty cool. Again, this mod does a lot. I think right off the bat, it's just a awesome base weapon, but all these additional features, I feel like really push it over the edge to be one of the top energy weapons for Fallout 4. Sorry, Watts, there's a new player in town, and I think this gets a new crown. That's pretty much it. I'm doing something different. I'm gonna try and do an outro in like a face cam using a camera, blah, blah, blah. It's actually somewhat common. I know a lot of other YouTubers do it, and I feel like my videos, it's kind of fitting for it because I always give a psych fun fact at the end. Today's psych fun fact is not so much psych, but actually just going to be the concept of value theory. So recently, talking about Creation Club, I made this analogy about Creation Club being, $4 or $5, or some of the items in that being $4 or $5, and a coffee being $4 or $5. Many of us have a much easier time spending that $5 on a coffee at Starbucks or whatever it may be than Creation Club. Why is that? Creation Club will invariably give us more enjoyment than the hour or two we spend on that coffee, yet we have a way harder time justifying the expense of video game content for $5 versus a coffee. Well, this all ties back into value theory, this concept. It's a multidisciplinary concept, so it applies to sociology, psychology, economics, etc. And more or less what it means is depending on your own personal values, although everyone's kind of predisposed to certain ones, you value different things differently. So like food is valued more highly than other things because we innately need food, believe it or not. I know, crazy. Some other things would be like certain people will value something that's better for society as a whole, like parks and helping the homeless and things like that, while other people will value that less. It really depends on your own value, but most people will value things that benefit society as a whole a lot. There's nothing like super concrete on it. I was actually Googling around trying to figure out why would I spend more on food than digital items, and this is the closest I got. I thought it would be interesting to share with you. There's a lot you could read up on it against the theory, but otherwise I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. You can leave a like or a comment if you feel like it, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.